Hi, welcome to Minnesota Music Mom. I'm Karen Davis. Well, it's been about 3.5 months since I recorded a video, and for whatever reason, one reason or another, either I didn't have time, or I didn't have room on my phone, or it was too hot up here to record, or I didn't get to the church as often as I was, so I didn't have access to a working organ. So for one reason or another, I didn't get one done. But thank you for sticking by me. And my subscriber base actually increased. So I don't know if I should take notice of that when I don't play. My subscribers increase. Maybe I should take a few more breaks. But I told my kids, I said, if something happens to me where I'm not able to do this anymore and I can't communicate to my viewers and subscribers, let them know. Because you guys probably wondered, if you'd ever hear from me again. So I'm I'm back in the saddle here, but I am going to have to take a couple more breaks. I've got things coming up here where I'm going to be out of town for our son and future daughter-in-law's wedding, and my husband has a class reunion coming up. So there will be a couple more breaks here, but I'll try to do it more regularly. So before the break, I was playing out of a book called Where Love and Sorrow Meet, Piano Reflections for Lent and Holy Week by Anna Laura Page, Intermediate, by Lorenz Publishing. And I would like to finish up with this book. So I've got like a couple more songs that I'd like to play, the one now and then maybe one more song. The one I would like to play today is Were You There? It's 4 pages long. It starts with 3 flats, switches to 1 flat, and then ends in 1 sharp. And the other song I think I would like to play would be Oh Sacred Head Now Wounded. The songs I played already are Ah Holy Jesus, I Want Jesus to Walk With Me, and There Is a Balm in Gilead. If you'd like to hear those songs, please check out Minnesota Music Mom playlist area. Otherwise, I will put a card on this video, probably pop up in this corner here, and just click on the card, and then it'll take you right to the playlist. So you'll be able to hear those. All right, so Were You There? And after the song, for those of you who would like to hear, what's been going on in my life for the last 3.5 months, just stick around. All right, Were You There? that song. Could have been a little smoother in those spots, but considering I think I'll keep this as a take. There were some spots in here that I had some difficulties with. Okay, so this was Were You There? 4 pages long, starts with 3 flats, switches to 1 flat, and then ends in 1 sharp. And it is arranged by Anna Laura Page. Okay, one problem I had trouble with, one section I had trouble with, was right down here, starting from here. I don't know why, but my fingers just, like I said, I've mentioned this before, my age, my fingers aren't as nimble as they used to be. And to try to synchronize those, it was difficult. I had to go through that part, and even now sometimes it doesn't work. This time it worked, so I'm glad for that. All right, where was the other spot? Well, pretty much page 4, actually, the whole page 4, and especially this part here where we're jumping. We're jumping from high to low, high to low. It's supposed to be extra loud. It's really supposed to be deliberately. So high to low, and then you're on different notes, high to low, and then some more high to low, okay? And then you're supposed to soften up and get these accidentals in here. So I had to work on this section here quite a bit, and also up here. Now that's the part that I wish was a little smoother here that I did. But I played this song in church this morning, and I messed up in that part. My husband was listening to the recording afterwards here when I got home. I listened to the live stream that I did because I was actually live streaming and played today. I did both today. And so he was listening to it, and I'd get to a sticky spot where I knew that I made a mistake. And I asked him, I said, could you tell that it wasn't written that way? He's like, no, I didn't know that you made a mistake there. No, it sounded fine. I knew I made a mistake. I just need the reassurance. But the thing is, we're starting a new recording system in church through a computer. Now, we're live streaming. This is Emmanuel Evangelical Lutheran Church, Buffalo, Minnesota. We're live streaming through Facebook yet through the phone, either my phone or another member's phone. And we want to get to a system where it's not through a phone, it's through the computer. So today was the first Sunday that we tried that. And it was kind of glitchy. It cut off the first part of the service and the end of the service, and it separated it into 2 different videos. And the first video was nothing but my pre-service music. Now, that wouldn't be so bad, but because it was through the recording, through the computer, hooked up to the system, and the piano was hooked up to the system, excuse me, all you could hear was my music in that video. Excuse me. And so it's like right up in your face with this music. So when I listened to it when I came home, I'm like, I had no idea that's what happened. At least on my live stream with Facebook, we usually don't start it out with a pre-service because there's people talking and stuff like that. So usually I don't play and live stream at the same time. But when I do, the only time I can hit the start for the live stream is before I start the pre-service music. So then you're going to get people talking and me playing. Well, then, the parts where I know I made mistakes and some of them were kind of obvious, you don't hear them as much because there's people talking and stuff like that. But with the computer system and the camera system and just that's all you could hear was my music, it was very obvious to me where I made mistakes. But anyway, I'm not going to worry about it. Like I said before, in the past, that stuff bothered me, but it doesn't bother me anymore. I mean, nobody's perfect and you're going to make mistakes, so no biggie. The other thing is on the live stream for my Facebook, it's for the Facebook on my phone, it's hooked up. I have it set up on a tripod upstairs in the balcony where I'm playing, and it's off away from the organ because otherwise you'd be able to hear the pedals on the organ in the video, and that wouldn't sound good. So I've got it off on the other side of the balcony. Excuse me. Right by the steps that come up. And my older brother and I like to tease each other. So every morning on a Sunday before the service, if I'm playing, well, it doesn't matter if I'm playing or not. I mean, when I get there and I see him, I'm like, morning, bro. And he's like, morning, sis. So this morning, He comes up the steps because they have to know which communion table I'm going to. Am I going to the first one or am I going to the second one? Because if they need to leave a spot for me to run down the steps and get all the way to the front before they fill it up and there's no room for me to sneak in there. And so they came up and asked. One usher came up and my brother followed him up the steps. They didn't know the live stream was going already because usually it's not. And the usher asked me, are you going to the first table or the second table? And then my brother's in the background like, tell her she has to go to the first table or that's it. Has to go to the first table. And I'm thinking to myself, we're this on live stream. People are going to think we have some maniac person here that's bossing people around. But you can hear me laughing in the background. So it was all a joke. If any of you hear that, it's just all a joke. All right. Anyway, this is from Where Love and Sorrow Meet, Piano Reflections for Lent and Holy Week, Anna Laura Page. I really do like this book. It's got some nice songs in it. All right. So what have I been up to? Well, I have not lost as much weight as I wanted to. I did get down to 179. Now, the last time that I did video was in March, and then I think I was 180. And I got down to 179. My goal is 170, or 165 would be really nice, but 170 for sure is my goal. I did get down to 179, but now I'm back up fluctuating between 181 and 184 again, just because of everything going on in my life. Okay, so what's happened? We still don't have any heat in the house. And we live in an old farmhouse. We don't have any heat whatsoever. Our outside wood stove went kaput. So we have no heat, and it's September. So we're going to have to figure something out. And we do have a contractor looking at some options. So we think what we're going to do is close off the upstairs here where I'm sitting. Close it off. We've already put a door on the basement steps, on the steps that go from our kitchen up here to this upstairs. But that means that anything that's up here that I use on a regular basis, I want to bring downstairs. And one thing would be the piano. So we're going to need to move this piano downstairs somewhere. I don't know where, but we'll need to move it downstairs. And then maybe I can get it repaired because there's still some keys sticking. They've been sticking. I've been telling you they've been sticking for months already, and I haven't asked for anybody to come and repair it. So maybe when we move it downstairs, then I can get it repaired. I really like to get a different one. That would be what I would like to do, is get a different piano, a brand new one. But I don't know. That might have to wait a little bit. We'll see. But, moving my music downstairs and I've got clothes up here, for work and so forth. And so we'll have to make a major move so that we can close off this upstairs and keep the heat downstairs instead of up here. Also, my cat will have to find a different hiding place because when people come over, she runs upstairs here and and hides. All right. The other thing is, let's see, what else? Oh, I'm looking for a different job. All right. The situation, my family situation just has changed where I really need to be home. So that's on my plate now, is looking for a remote job. You'd think it'd be easier than it is. It really isn't, because, and I'm not that picky, but there's some things that just either I don't have the experience for it. The requirements, don't meet the requirements. It's in a different state and it's only partial remote. So, obviously I can't go to Massachusetts, to work in the office part-time. There's just different reasons why I'm having difficulty finding an actual remote job. I just want a remote job. So I've been trying to search. I don't have a lot of time to put in to look, but I've applied for a few places. So that's going on in my life. So no heat and looking for a remote job. Though our refrigerator went out because it was my fault. We were de-icing it and I had a screwdriver and a hammer, which is probably not good for me to have those tools. So I poked a hole in the Freon started coming out, and so that was bad. That was really bad. So we had to move that refrigerator out. We do have another refrigerator, so I'm looking for another refrigerator. And then my washing machine has given me some trouble. So it just goes on. just goes on. You know, God never promised us an easy life. And I can attest to it. It's not an easy life, but as long as you keep a positive attitude and you know, just keep trucking on, then you know, put your trust in the Lord and things will work out. So, you know, those are a few things going on in my life. I really have taken a break from playing in church. I haven't played in church probably for about I want to say 4 months. And Mindy, thank you, Mindy, for covering for me. I covered for her for about 4 months after she had a baby, and then I needed a break to try to get some of these things done. I still have that humongous project that I'm not done with that I talked about in the last video. I'm not done with that yet, and that is really a priority also, like a baboon on my back, that I need to get that done. And so that's one reason I took a break from playing in church, but and it helped, but it didn't exactly, you know, solve the whole problem. But I'm going to get back in the rotation again here in October. So in October we'll be leapfrogging Mindy and then me and then Mindy and then me, and then my cousin Lorraine helps out too when we aren't available. So I guess that's the saga in Minnesota Music Mom life. But like I said, I'll try to do videos a little more regularly. And I invite your comments and suggestions. If you know of any remote jobs, I'd love to hear about them. I can apply for. All right. Well, thanks for sticking by me. And like I said, you know, the subscribers and viewers, I truly appreciate you. I truly do. And I love to hear comments from you. All right. Well, if you're interested in this book, just check out Minnesota Music Mom playlist area and listen to some of the other songs that I played. And then I'll probably do one more song and then we'll switch to another book. All right. Well, thanks for visiting. Catch you next time.